into another episode of Blow the Whistle live stream. And as always, I am here with you, Tyler, Yeo Ball and Chain Butterball Buterball, alongside my lovely friend.
Friend? I have a friend.
My friend, David Double D Dykstra. And as usually, we have Andrew Pepe Valentin with us today, but TJ is running a little late, so he's running
I'm
the
in
ones
the back.
and twos in the back.
I'm in the back, so
We put
still
him
here.
We put him
me in the
underneath the
back.
desk where he
We put him
belongs.
on
they kept Tyler out of the
Here.
cage. They put me in the back because I couldn't fit in the cage, so here I am.
That's okay. He's still going to participate.
No one gave you permission to talk, Andrew.
I just...
You know, I could just turn everything off. I have control of that.
Yeah, don't mess with him. He's got the controls.
Don't mess with the
turn us off.
producer.
He'll just be like, that's the end of the show. That's it.
I'm so scared.
Ew. All right. Well, we got a jam-packed show for you guys today. We're going to talk Bears, NFL, college football, and we're going to end it off with the greatest segment of them all, You're Killing Me Smalls, where you guys can send in your Killing Me Smalls to us, either here on the live stream
I
chat
know
on
what
YouTube
mine is today.
and on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at
Stupid
Blow
Cleveland
T Whistle
Browns.
1. Oh, that's going to be a good one. All over the place. And as always, we welcome all of our viewers, listeners that's been with us since day one, or on the Under the Hood podcast, which you can find the rest of our recorded episodes on iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and there's one more.
Sequad Pod.
Ziquad Pod. We can't forget about Ziquad Pod because why is David?
Well, Quad Pod remembers great people like Tyler Buterbaugh and Brandon Januska,
But they forget about.
but they forget about David.
It's okay. I would think by now they would remember.
I'm probably their biggest hype guy.
They should make you the face of Quad Pod.
I should be the face. Well, no one wants to see this face really, but
You have a good face.
it depends on if it's well groomed or not.
Right now, the beard's looking really good.
Yeah, it's doing all right.
It's looking good. All right.
All right.
Well, David, are you ready? And Andrew, I'll say you too, because you'll probably tag along in this too.
Let's do this.
All right,
let's
let's
go.
do it. Well,
No one gave you permission to talk.
I'm not
did.
gonna. You know what? I will mute you forever, and then it'll just. You can say whatever you want, and it'll just be me, and Tyler.
Why are David's lips moving and nothing's coming out? I don't get it.
He's gone mute, guys. He's gone mute. All right. Bears win week 1 against the 49ers 19-10 in an absolute monsoon of a game. And so,
I love that you get
what?
double entendre. It was a monsoon. It was
Monsoon.
a fight. Oh, wait, by the way, it really was a monsoon.
It was. They were literally playing in a kiddie pool. If you guys saw, it was 3 inches of water. It was so bad, the yardage lines were disappeared, and they had to pull up some wacky graphic of the yard line.
Superimposed it onto the field.
It
Yeah,
was. It really looked odd, but hey, it worked. I knew where they were at in the field. I knew where the end zone was. So
1980s graphics. Let's pull the 80s graphics from the fog bowl, boys.
all right, well, let's keep it simple and easy. First question to you guys, our viewers and listeners, and to David and Andrew when he wants to pop in. What did you guys, just quick and simple, what did you guys take out of this game? What did you like? What did you not like out of the Bears? First look at this new offense and new defense, whole new team with that fact. Give us you guys' thoughts on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Blow T Whistle 1. That's BLOWTWHISTLA1. Or even put them in our chat here on the live stream on the YouTube. David, I will start off with you, my friend.
Concerning that the wide receivers aren't playmakers. You kind of knew it going into the season anyway, but
Right.
they weren't even getting open in the slightest for Justin Fields in that first half. And to me, that's where they need to grow. You need guys that are going to run the routes and get open.
Right.
At least a little bit so Justin can throw it to where they can catch it. Run game looked decent. I wouldn't say great, but decent. They moved the ball.
Khalil Herbert took most of the carries and the yardage, which, that was a huge step up by him, second year.
I will say that the offensive line pass defense was horrid, to say the least.
Right.
But their rush offense, their rush blocking was pretty on point. I wouldn't call it great, but once again, they're going against a top-notch front seven in the San Francisco 49ers. So that being said, I would say the biggest takeaway, though, after 10, 15 years, we have a coach who does halftime adjustments, ladies and gentlemen.
That
Halftime adjustments.
I didn't know what to expect, how to react to that, because we have not seen that in 10 plus years that we talked about yesterday on the live on the radio aspect.
I would say it's probably been since Dave Wannstedt.
Yeah, and that was about 10-ish years.
10, 15.
Yeah. So
approaching 20 maybe.
That was the biggest thing that I took out of this game was holy hell. They made halftime adjustments. They actually switched things up because they knew nothing was working in the first half. And it's like you said, wasn't seeing much out of the receivers, but what I think was more in the seeing the guys get wide open, as we saw Dante Pettis was wide open, even Byron Pringle was open on that same play in the Pettis touchdown. But that was what Luke Getsy and Eberflus, they made halftime adjustments. We even saw that on the defense too. And offensive line still a work in progress. They didn't look great in the first half, but I want to go on just because I talked about it yesterday on a specific play that Tevin Jenkins, his assignment on this play was where he took his guy when he was obviously at the right guard, and he saw that Bosa was getting past the right tackle with no problem, and he gave him a little pop, put Bosa on his ass, and that gave Fields the opportunity to run and get a few yards. If he didn't do that, that would have been a sack. So that was very promising and liking to see out of Tevin Jenkins, that he's starting to mold into what they were expecting out of him in his first year, but then obviously he was out with the back surgery and the back injury, and so
the backiotomy.
And so even though we saw earlier in this, before the season started, that they were open to trading him, but I'm glad to see them kind of work him in different positions and put him at that right guard, and he looks comfortable in that right guard spot.
As comfortable as you can be. 4 weeks into learning a new position?
Yeah. I would say so. So I'm hoping that to see them keep him there at that spot and more reps. I think eventually he'll get adjusted and used to it. That's how this whole offensive line has been. They were moving guys around to see what works and what fits for each guy. And so, I'm not expecting the offensive line to just turn great in a second, but I think we're going to see improvement out of that. Andrew, what's your takes out of first game so far?
Kind of the same stuff you guys were saying. Obviously, they made adjustments at the half, which is good. I thought that the way the defense played was obviously probably the best part of it. And the run game, you can take it or leave it for what it was. I certainly thought that they laid the hammer a little bit more with David Montgomery, and they set up some better plays, I think, for Khalil Herbert. But, overall, I would give it a B- for the first showing, maybe even a C+. You just need to see more out of the offense. The consistency needs to be there more. You're not going to win a lot of games with 45% completion percentage from Justin Fields. You're going to need a lot more from him. He's going to need to throw a lot more high percentage passes. So overall, I thought it was good. You get the win. You get momentum. That's big. You beat probably one of the best rosters in the NFL. Not backing up the Bears completely, but because it goes for both teams.
17-0, baby.
17-0. No, but
17-0, right?
With the weather as being a huge factor of that game, because it was a torrential downpour. It was something I don't think anyone's ever seen. I've never seen a field like that.
That field was flooded. I almost called it a lake because it was like a lake. It was so wet out there. You thought Josh Brolin had just walked into the stadium. It was
Justin Fields slid on his stomach for about 15 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
So weather was definitely a huge factor of it. I don't think we got to see the full potential. I wouldn't say potential, but the full use of the offense, because Fields was having to throw with gloves on. And so, that goes with Trey Lance played well in the first half, but he wasn't playing well in the second half. But
adjustments.
The adjustments. But you got to take the pool for.
I think San Francisco made adjustments, don't get me wrong, but I think what killed them is that Elijah Mitchell gets hurt, and they don't have a ground game after that.
Right.
They don't have him. I think that kills a lot of their offensive momentum because it's clear Trey Lance needs a lot more work.
They were relying a lot on Trey Lance in that second half because, I mean, they couldn't do anything else. But so that was that. Bears 1-0.
That's that.
Bears 1-0, won 19-10. Big game next Sunday, or this, I guess you said this upcoming Sunday night, prime time.
Who could it be?
The Green Bay Packers in Lambeau, night game on Sunday. And let's just quickly go through this. I mean, Green Bay
I can't believe the Packers are favored by 10 still.
Still at 10?
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous.
If you guys didn't catch the Packers and Vikings game, Vikings basically bent the Packers over and spanked them because, I mean, it was an absolute disaster look for the Packers as they were going to be favored to win the division, which, I mean, that's almost a concern now because clearly showed Rodgers has no one to throw to. He had the rookie Christian Watson wide open, would have been a touchdown, went right through his hands. So, I mean, that's a concern for the Packers. No wide receivers. Defense didn't look as great as everyone was expecting him to be.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest shock out of that Green Bay game is that defense did not look good. Now, let's not get it twisted. Justin Jefferson is a freak.
He's a freak
of a wide receiver. So, let's see what they do. But if Aaron Rodgers is still having issues with his wide receivers the way he was against the Vikings, there's a chance.
Because, I mean, the Bears...
There's a chance they go into Lambeau and win.
Bears secondary looked solid with the rookies. And, like, we talked about it yesterday, Y.K.M.S. Brisker, he had a few little rookie mistakes, but, I mean, that's what's going to happen in your first game in the big leagues. And, I mean, he told himself that he's like, I can do better, but he still did. He still played a pretty damn good game.
He had a decent game.
Yeah. He got himself a fumble recovery. Was Kyler Gordon that punched that boy?
I'm telling you right now, Jaquan Brisker, I don't care if he's got a broken thumb or not, he's a ball hawk. He's a magnet. He will find the ball one way or t'other.
And he made Eddie Jackson look better, look back to like his old self. He got a game-saving interception, which was beautiful. So, I mean, this game could go either way. It's going to be a lot closer than I think people think.
Oh yeah, I would take the spread in a heartbeat on that.
At 10?
Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely.
I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I mean, depending what if the offense clicks better in better weather, hopefully, knock on wood, no monsoons in Lambeau. But I mean. Yeah, I could take that on there.
I'd take the points. I'd probably take the under on the 42 too.
Andrew, how are you looking at this game?
I'm gonna still go with the Packers on this. I just think there's gonna need to be a little bit more of a progressive period for the Bears offense. I mean, even without obviously having those wide receivers there yet, they still managed to put up 195 yards passing, and I'm sure he'll find the end zone a couple times. There's a lot more work that needs to be done for the Bears in order for them, I think, to still stay with the Packers. It's still Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure things will start clicking for them in a little bit. But listen, I'll give them a 4-point win, not 10. I'll give them 4, because I think, if anything, at least the Bears can go into this and show their defense can make an impact. I just think that there will be a slip-up at some point. It's young. They'll make their move, and then the Packers will score. But I think the Bears can stick with them. I don't think this will be that high scoring of a game. If it does, it's because something goes catastrophically wrong.
Yeah. Okay. David?
17-10 Bears.
Okay. So you got Bears by 7.
Yeah, 17-10 Bears.
I like that. Okay. Well, I'm picking Bears by 3. I'm going to go 24-21 Bears. I'm thinking we're going to see a little more offense. And I think it's about time. First time in 15 years, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers will go start off the season 0-2. So I'm banking on that. I would love to see it. Rodgers would be falling apart if he started off 0-2. So you heard that from us, ladies and gentlemen. Give us your guys' Let us know what you guys think, how this game's going to go. Give us your guys' picks and all that stuff. But that's going to wrap it up for our Bears talk until next week. But coming up, we're going to talk the rest of the NFL as there were some upsets and some teams impressed some of us. We'll give you guys all that next on Blow the Whistle.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
Welcome back here on Blow the Whistle, the live stream. Still here with you, Tyler. EO Ball and Chain Butterball, Beautiful. God, that is such a mouthful. But I'm getting good at it.
That's what M says. What? Judge me? Don't judge me.
No, that was good.
Don't know. I can feel it.
What do you mean?
The YouTube universe is judging right now. Don't judge.
I said worse on our radio.
Yeah,
show
you
yesterday.
have said worse.
That
You
was-
corn husker.
I broke Emily and Andrew. That was
You
great.
broke Andrew for a
That's
good
true.
5 minutes yesterday.
Oh yeah, I had to keep my You're Killing Me Smalls going longer.
Good 5 minutes.
My cheeks and my stomach hurt after that. That was painful.
Which set of cheeks, Andrew?
Both.
The sphincter tightened.
No, I was laugh farting the whole time.
That's great.
I love that. All right, well, I'm still here, and then we got David Double D.
still here.
David Double D. Dykstra is here. Andrew
I'm still
Pepe
here.
Valentin is here still, and TJ is here now. He's running the ones and twos.
Squirrely Hagrid.
I offered to Andrew he can come up here if he wants, but he said he wanted to stay back there.
He
I
likes
like it in the back.
He likes it in the
Quote,
back.
to quote Andrew, I like it in the back.
I like it in the
End
back.
quote.
He's a catcher. All right, with that being said. Okay. That's all. We're gonna start out. Let's talk about
Football.
Football. Let's talk. Man,
Football.
Football. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna talk about last night's game since that was a little bit of a surprise to everyone. Seahawks beat the Broncos 17-16. Russell Wilson's first game against his former team at Seattle. And David, I'm going to just ask you quickly on this question. Did you agree with the Broncos head coach on his decision-making on what
He's
they
a moron. You don't even need to finish the question. I know what
ahead.
you're going to ask.
Go ahead.
He's a moron. Any Pee Wee coach knows to call a timeout. You have Russell freaking Wilson on your team, who you're paying God amount of money to be your quarterback.
A good penny.
Let's run the clock down and try a 64-yard field goal when our kicker hasn't even made one from 61. That's smart.
That was, if you guys did not catch that end of the game, basically it was 4th and 8 at the 4th and 8 midfield. There was plenty of time left. They ran off 30 seconds, called a timeout, and then tried to go for a field goal. And that to me was probably the most asinine call I've ever seen. I think just like you said, you had Russell freaking Wilson on your team, and they were trying. I think he thought Justin Tucker was their kicker or something because.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. The kick would have been good if it had been straight, and he would have looked like an absolute genius.
He would have, but I still think in any situation, even if you had Tucker, there's still plenty of time left. If they got to the line quick enough, call the timeout, or I was going to say spike it, but that was 4th down, so that would not have been a good idea. I accidentally done that in Madden before. But if they called the timeout, they would have had plenty of time to draw up a play and get them the first down and keep marching up the field and at least get a closer field goal.
It's mind-boggling. And now you make Geno Smith look like a freaking god.
Seattle's got their quarterback, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night. Yikes.
All right. Well, that was that. Weird ending to a game, but let's go to the rest of the league. Let's talk about David and Andrew. Let's talk about. I mean, I'm not trying to be a
oh
jackass.
No, please.
I'm not trying to be a jackass.
Let's talk about the Who Day Nation.
We talk about my team.
Let's talk about the Who Day Nation.
We're gonna talk about your guys' teams. I guess we're gonna start off with Bengals and Steelers first. Andrew, what happened, man?
Well, obviously Joe Mixon got stuffed by the defense for the Steelers, and it appears that Joe Burrow had to throw the ball 53 times in the game. And he played terrible. He played absolutely terrible. He made bad throws all over the field. It got ugly before it got better. But nevertheless, with how bad Burrow may have looked in that game, he still throws the game-tying touchdown at the end. I said it on the radio, this should have been a blowout. This should have been a blowout.
Him credit. Burrow stuck with it, and he came in. He came in clutch towards the end of that game to get him in overtime because the way how the game was going, they shouldn't have even gone to overtime.
Yeah, but they couldn't. But the Steelers' offense is not dynamic enough to be able to put it in the end zone, so they have to hang on for a win in overtime with Boswell putting the kick through. And now because you had to play those extra minutes, now TJ Watt's out potentially for who knows how long. And I'm not blaming it all on that. Listen, the Steelers get the win no matter what. But this just kind of shows that this isn't going to happen every time, right? You're not going to get 4 interceptions with 5 turnovers in total from a quarterback.
How do you know?
Come on, man. Seriously.
I mean, think.
This is a good defense.
They do play Lamar Jackson, so it is possible.
If you, it's possible, I guess.
But I mean, think about it. Trubisky was in the same situation with Chicago in 2018. Stellar defense.
That's right.
A below average offense, and
Absolutely.
They still ended the season 12-4.
And they had to make it go down to a field goal in the playoffs to win it. Now, obviously, that's not his fault. But if he would have been a more dynamic quarterback, if he would have been a more dynamic quarterback and been able to throw the ball better, he would have probably gotten that win easier, right?
No, I agree.
Had he been able to get in the end zone one more time, they win that playoff game. They go to the next round.
I agree.
I did notice one thing during this game. Mitchie likes himself some Freiermuth.
That's the thing. The tight ends had all the receiving
Mitchie
yards.
loves himself some Freiermuth.
Him and Gentry, the 2 tight ends.
Yeah, loves himself those tight ends. He's like, I'm still playing. I love tight ends.
But that's my thing is that he throws to the flats. He throws over the middle. He can't really throw it to the outside. Deontay Johnson, most of his yards had to come when he was working, except for maybe like 1 catch. I think that was a pretty long ball.
No, you're right.
It was
on
like
that.
20 yards.
But I think Mike Tomlin, knowing what Trubisky is capable of, he's given him plays that's going to work, that's going to benefit him. So I think Tomlin knows the kind of quarterback Trubisky is. He's not great. He's not terrible. And I think he's just going to make him he's going to be able to do what he needs to do because he's got the defense to back him up in order to win games.
If they would have started Pickett, they would have won this game easily.
Oh, good.
If they would have started Pickett,
He's
they would have
third on
won
the
this
depth
game
chart.
easily.
He's third on the depth chart.
He's back up.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's the backup.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He
Mike
is
Tomlin said he's the backup.
Third
He's not
on
third.
the
You look
depth
again.
chart.
Check again.
I'm looking.
Talk to Mike Tomlin. I'm telling you, he's
Mike
the backup.
Tomlin's wrong because it's already come out that he's number 3 on the depth chart. That being said, do you want to transition to the?
Oh no, he actually is second. He's back up.
Told you.
It gave me the heart
he got promoted.
palpitations on Sunday.
Yeah, let's talk about your Falcons. I'm not gonna lie, that was way closer.
It was an anomaly. I'll be honest with you. Like, I was waiting for frogs to start coming down from the sky and locusts to start eating everything. Like, that would have been the sign of the Armageddon. If Atlanta had beaten the Saints, Armageddon was about to start. Like, Beelzebub himself would have came up from underneath Mercedes-Benz Stadium and just risen.
You guys, I mean, your Falcons played way better than I expected. I'm still iffy on the Saints.
Cordell Patterson. That's all it was.
120 rushing yards. That I still am surprised that he still got it, but I mean, he's still producing numbers. He's still playing well.
He loves Atlanta. He absolutely loves Atlanta.
Now, are they still? I didn't catch a lot of that game. Have they been just keeping him at the running back spot, or
Yep.
they're not
Pretty much.
All right. I know he wasn't like.
There's no Debo. I want to be a wide receiver. He's like, put me wherever you need me.
And
I'll give him credit where credit's due. Put me wherever you need me.
And I mean, you should. I mean, it's good to have guys like that. You want to do what you.
No, it's not. Because all I want to do is lose all the time this year.
You guys are gonna go to the playoffs.
Stop it. Stop it with
Desmond Ritter's going to lead him to 12-5.
They're gonna win the NFC South.
I will shoot somebody. I'm not even joking.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
People
will disappear.
Threaten me live on camera?
People will disappear.
I know people.
I know people. I know a guy who knows a guy.
Where's Mariota and Ritter gone? Felipe, you're in. I'm playing tight end now, coach. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Put Patterson at quarterback.
Probably do better.
All right, so I mean that was still a surprising one, but just because I'm still not totally sold on the Saints with Jameis Winston. I mean, he played a decent game, but yeah, you guys lost. But for you, that's okay though.
I'm fine.
I know. You want them to lose.
Don't get me wrong. I'd be okay with 3 wins because I think 3 wins get you probably the 3rd pick in the draft this year.
I mean, yeah, depending on how everyone else does.
I think the Jets are going to lose a lot. Even though I think they're better. I just think playing in the AFC is just rough. And that's one of the reasons why I think Atlanta has a shot to win more than 3 games this year is they're playing a lot of NFC teams and
not as much talent in the NFC than AFC, for sure.
There is not.
What other games for this first week really caught your eye? Like, what did you kind of take?
Dolphins looked solid.
That kind of was a big surprise to me.
Commanders have 2 wide receivers. Doo-dah. Saquon's back.
He's looking like his old self.
And that'll make a difference. We talked about the Packers already. Good God. Like, can somebody please shut Patrick Mahomes up? Somebody, I dare you. Let's try and do it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I double dog dare you to try and stop him.
Good luck with that. It clearly shows that he does not need Tyreek Hill.
The one thing that no one's really talked about this whole first week, yes, Justin Herbert was very impressive in that game, but that defense looks scary good. scary good.
I predicted they were gonna be damn good, but oh my god, not
Khalil
as
and
good.
Bosa just going, let's meet in the middle.
It's me in the middle. God, I mean, that was a big pickup for the Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Getting that.
Other than that, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. I went on our show this morning and said, Geno Smith, comeback player of the year. Geno Smith for MVP. Just to be a smartass.
Did you look at the odds of Geno Smith MVP?
No, I don't care.
I want to look.
It's probably astronomical.
I wanna see it.
No, but other than that, it really, nothing really. I mean, well, and let's be real. Buffalo. It's
Yeah. You're
Have
Super
fun.
Bowl champs right there.
Have fun, AFC.
That, I mean, they just looked better than they did last year, and they were already stupid good last year.
And all of a sudden, Von Miller looks like he's 25 years old again.
With that triangle mullet, I mean, godly.
It's the Illuminati. Shh.
She's got full bars. That's what it is. Full Wi-Fi signal.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I mean, nothing. I mean, we were talking a lot about the Lions. Their defense did not look as good as we
Their
thought.
defense is going to be awful, and their offense is going to have to outscore people.
So they put up 35 points.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. I saw.
I think if it had been anybody other than Philly, they probably would have won that game. But Philly's got. Oh yeah, by the way, Tennessee, smart move to get rid of AJ Brown.
Yeah, you don't need
Idiots.
him. That was a dumb move. And now
Ryan Tannehill's going, what? Who do I throw to? And Derrick Henry's going,
I'm getting too old.
crap!
Getting too old for this. So yeah, no, I mean, a lot of decent games, some surprises. Gonna have a decent amount of that for next week as well. That's gonna wrap up our NFL talk for today. But coming up, we are gonna recap week 2 of college football next here on Blow the Whistle.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
And welcome back here on Blow the Whistle live stream. Still here with you, Tyler Buterbaugh, David Dykstra, and Andrew. He left the room. We let him do what he wanted. He wanted to leave.
We don't
He
care.
grabbed a snack or went to the
Listen,
bathroom or something. He did something.
The less he talks, the faster you get out of here.
That's true. I got work after this, but we're still going to have a great show.
That's the whole purpose, TJ. We're like, Andrew's like, I'll stay in the back. I'm like, great. Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Shh. Be
Talk
quiet.
Nice. Talk nice.
Quiet. Don't say a word, TJ.
All right. Obviously TJ's still back there on the
And the
ones
greatest
twos.
producer of all time, Andrew Valentin, is back in the house. Did he believe me?
Thank you. No applause. Thank you.
But
Anyways, all right.
let's get to the chaos.
College football. Absolute chaos last Saturday, and it was great because I got to see
I was
college
like an
football all
8-year-old
day.
kid. College football.
College football. Great games, many upsets.
God bless the Sun Belt Conference.
Screw you, Alabama.
Dirty. You're dirty
little elephants.
Dirty.
Should have lost.
Yeah, let's talk.
Should
talk-
have lost.
Let's talk about
Should've
that
lost.
game first. Alabama comes back and beats Texas 20-19, but that was after. Why am I going?
Quentin Ewers.
Ewers. I was wanting to say Elvis. Not close.
Elvis has left the building.
Literally.
There is no Elvis.
Ewers leaves the game early, injured. In my opinion, and I think you guys can speak for me as well, Texas would have won if Ewers didn't get hurt. Obviously, it would have been.
I think kind of easily. I'm
think
not gonna lie.
They were marching up that
Texas,
field like it was
Ewers and
nothing.
Worthy were connecting on all kinds of passing routes. Yours was playing balls to the wall. And they were out to prove something.
Throwing
and I was
absolute
loving every moment
dimes.
of it.
I was absolutely loving it until
I did not realize that Texas defense is good though.
yeah,
I'll say that much.
They took notice into the whole world, I think, because I was not expecting Texas to play that killer defense against Alabama. I mean, obviously, Bama won, but only by like a point, and so that was in the last few seconds. But I mean, I don't think, in my opinion, and I want to get your thoughts, I don't think Bama is as good as people think they are.
I could see Bama losing 2 games in the SEC this year.
I would agree with that on
Easily.
that. I'm glad they moved him back to 2. I'll take that. I mean, because they're still.
You just want your brother to shut the hell up.
Well, that's a big part of it too. You should have heard it. We were talking smack in the family group chat, and he's just like being all like meaty.
No Bama fan should have been talking smack last week at all.
No,
They just barely got through with a win.
You were favored by 20 and a half.
By the way,
and you won by 1.
Quinn doesn't go down with the injury. They make that 20-yard field goal. And let's also be honest, that last field goal they kicked to win the game, that just barely got past the marker.
That barely made
That
it.
almost could have hit the pole, and then they double doink it.
And Texas was playing with a second stringer with a broken ankle.
Yeah.
He was
Although from what
rushing yards and like limping at the same time.
I've heard that he's starting this week.
Is he really?
Yep.
Good. I'm liking Texas.
I told you Fort Worth called me. I told him I couldn't go.
Yeah, they called you on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Dallas.
Yeah.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys also called me.
Jerry Jones. He was like, baby.
20 yards on a dime, baby.
Uncle Rico said he couldn't go, so you're up next.
We're looking at the backup depth chart here, and David Dexter, your name popped up, and so it's like the draft going into war.
Listen. I did not realize, and I have to apologize to Andrew, and I'll do it again. I did not realize Alabama was as dirty a team as they are. That twice now they've taken out quarterbacks when they've played Texas. And those DBs, all hands, and just dare refs
I'm glad
to call it.
They finally called them towards like the second half of the game.
Oh, no, they were calling them the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, early in
Bama
the game,
had,
but there was
what was it, 15 penalties?
Yeah, they had like 15 penalty, which is why Nick Saban, by the way, sounded extremely pissed off when you listened to his press conference. He was amazingly upset because
calls didn't go his way.
Yeah, exactly.
so he was actually mad about the calls being made rather than his players playing as dirty as they did?
I think he was mad about a little bit of both. Like, obviously, the players put themselves in that situation, but then it's getting so many calls. Because, look, we talked about this on the radio side, right? The bigger, better teams, the favorited guys, the big names, they always get minimal calls.
It's going to lean to them, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, 15 penalties for Alabama, 5 for Texas. That's 100 yards of penalties for Alabama. That's, I think, the most they've had in a long time.
I know. They were.
Well, I got a little bit of breaking news.
What?
After his fourth assessment, TJ Watt will not need surgery for his pectoral muscle.
Really?
Dr. Watt told him that he doesn't need surgery.
honestly, Andrew, I'm starting to wonder if that isn't it. He got a third opinion and was like, screw this. I'm not taking the year off. Let me see if I can rehab it and get it back. It must not be completely torn then.
It might not be, but this is one of the things with athletes. Like, they'll go searching for the right. You'll get the answer you want if you keep looking for it, right? If you go to the 10th doctor, eventually the 10th doctor will tell you, like, what is it? 9 out of 10 dentists tell you that whatever it is, that this is good for you. And it's like, well, yeah, eventually the 10th dentist will be like, I don't think that's good for you. Like, yeah, of course. Of course you'll get to that
9 out of 10 dentists approve.
I mean, listen, he's
Why
a strong
would
guy.
that
He bounces
10th
back.
one?
We'll see.
You don't know what peer pressure is? 9 dentists? Come on. The Sun Belt Conference. Let's talk about the Sun Belt.
Let's talk about them.
Yeah.
They had themselves a weekend.
They had a good week.
I love Appalachian State.
Me too.
Especially how you saw that town erupt. It looked like there was going to be a civil war or something going on.
It was West Side Story, but they all came together in love.
Yeah, they weren't fighting. They were
Pure Appalachian love. And if you know anything about Appalachian love, it knows no boundaries, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, Appalachian State. I mean, they're
You like that one, Andrew?
Yeah, it's good.
they're one of my favorites in the Sun Belt because I mean, if you look, any of the top teams they've played,
Ooh, them's fighting words.
they've came close.
Andrew and you are gonna have a punching battle.
Who do you like, Andrew, in that conference?
What, from the conference?
In the Sun Belt, yeah.
It's got to be Coastal Carolina, baby.
Yeah.
It's always Coastal Carolina. It's
I don't know.
Grayson
I'm going
McCall
App
and
State.
nobody else.
I'm liking App State.
App State's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. They're the king killers, right? They did it to Michigan. Now they're doing it again to A&M.
I've said it years and years and years and years. If I'm a D1 school, the last team I ever want to see non-conference, Appalachian State.
Yeah.
Ever. No. What are you thinking, AD? Absolutely not. Get them off our schedule.
How many? So there's, I mean, with all the upsets, and there was a lot of money that got poured into for these big schools.
I love the fact these little schools got paid big money to go to these games and get
whooped 'em.
slopped and they win. Marshall, great job.
I love.
Congratulations on beating the most overhyped team probably in Notre Dame history.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Andrew?
I mean, they're not ranked for a reason.
And they were ranked what going into the season?
They were ranked 5th.
Yeah.
They went from 5 to 8 to nada.
I nearly like.
This might be the
jumped
most
off.
overrated team ever in Notre Dame
Defense
history.
looks decent,
Their defense is solid.
but their offense, trash.
Yeah, you know why their
Absolute
defense
trash.
looks so good? Because Marcus Freeman's the defensive coordinator turned head coach.
Right.
He doesn't have anybody. Tommy Rees is a good offensive coordinator, but he's not good enough to get it over the hump. Like, Brian Kelly did a really good job managing that team. They need Tommy Rees now to take complete control over the offense. He can't do that. He can't do that.
And another big upset, I guess. Oh no.
Yeah,
We'll lean into it.
It'll lead
brings
right
up
into the next conversation.
The next topic. Yeah, my Nebraska Cornhuskers lost to Georgia Southern, and after that,
Wow, look at the running backs total. Oh, wow, that hurts.
Yeah.
233 and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yikes, my dude.
I was not a happy person.
Offense is solid for Nebraska. Their defense,
Offense looks great.
Their defense is.
You can throw a high school team's defense on there, and I think they'd play better.
And I don't get it because that's usually Nebraska's.
That's what they've always been known for, is the run game and the defense. But we saw no defense. That was non-existent. I mean,
Yet
Where?
they're only getting 11.5 against Oklahoma next week or this week coming up.
That blows my mind.
See, but here's the thing, and I said it today on the Daily Tip. Nebraska's one of those weird teams that
They'll do good.
There are just certain teams that they play, and I don't care if they're like 0-17, they'll play Oklahoma close because
It's in Nebraska.
because it's that kind of game for them.
I don't know.
I think if I had to pick it, I think Oklahoma just Wally bops them.
Yeah, it's not even going to be close. I mean, that was the most embarrassment, in my opinion.
And it leaded it into what?
Scott Frost got the boot. He no longer Das Boot. He got Das Boot. No longer head coach.
Yeah.
I feel better, but I don't know who the hell's coming in next.
Urban Meyer.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Tom Osborne's going to come back from the dead.
They're going to get Tim Tebow 2.0 in there.
Oh, there you go. Bring Jesus in. Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow to coach.
It might be the only thing that can save the Cornhuskers at the point.
It's Jesus.
Honestly, dude, the Bishop
Johnny
Sycamore
Manziel?
team that was made of those 21-year-olds
He's got 2 years of eligibility.
Johnny Football.
No.
He's got 2 years of eligibility left.
But the thing is about Urban Meyer, horrible NFL head coach. He's been a great college head coach.
Is he a great college head coach, or does he just know how to bring in great assistants and he's a great figurehead and can recruit?
Well, I'd be okay with that. There needs to be better
Because
recruiting
once
in Nebraska.
again, I'm going to sit here and say a majority of these big-time schools, the coaches are figureheads. You maybe have a handful that can actually coach.
I think that's what Nebraska needs. They haven't been great on recruiting in the past few years. I mean, I don't blame them. Who the hell
Their class coming up
It was decent.
is good. They were they're number 3 in 2023 for Big Ten. Yeah, they were third.
I get a chance to look at this year's. But, I mean, I don't blame them. Who wants to come to Lincoln, Nebraska?
The problem is now all these guys that committed because Scott Frost got them to commit, like DeColdest, are going to enter the transfer portal.
That's a big thing. Where has he been? He's supposed to be the hottest, but he's been the coldest and not showing up.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, very curious. They got
Nebraska's got Oklahoma next week. Which
I don't think it's going to be close.
Who knows?
I would love it.
It's one of those weird. Nebraska thinks it's a rivalry. Oklahoma kind of does, but
Nebraska
not really.
does play better during the day. I've seen him in night games. I know, weird ass thing to think about, but kind of how like we were talking about with
scared of the dark.
They're scared of the dark.
They're scared of the dark. Here's the thing.
We talked about like how like Alabama and Texas, and that Texas was playing. Alabama's not used to early games.
Yeah,
but I mean Nebraska for some reason they play better at noon.
Let me just put it to you this way: if Nebraska comes out in their black uniforms, they're going to get dolly-whopped.
They're playing their black uniforms.
Are they? They're going to get dolly-whopped. They're going to get
I'll have to look, but I think they are playing.
Say your prayers now.
Yeah.
Tebow.
You know what?
Huh.
What about the head coach from either Coastal Carolina or Appalachian State?
I wouldn't take that job.
I'd take it.
I don't know if I'd take it if I was them, but
if you were the coach, no.
Because here's once again, I'm gonna reiterate this and just kind of leave it at this. All those great recruits that Scott Frost recruited to come in and play at Nebraska, going to enter the transfer portal. More than likely. They may have a couple stay, but a majority of, like, I don't expect to see DeColdest as a Nebraska Cornhusker next year.
Probably not. I mean, yeah, he was.
He'll probably transfer to Alabama.
Can he get into Alabama? I mean, he'll be a backup. But
Here at Alabama.
Yeah.
Guys will wait at Alabama.
That's true.
I mean, you can always come to Penn State, the coldest.
No, let us have something. He's got the
putting it out
coolest
there.
NIL deal. That's what we
putting
get
it out
credit
there.
for. It's
Come back to LSU. You know you want to. And take Trey Palmer with you. He wants to come back too, I'm sure. They both want to go back to the Bayou. Come on. You can still be the coldest and the hottest.
Oh, we can hope. All right. Well, how are we doing on time? We're not gonna be able to look into next week because that could take.
Someone's got to go to work.
Yeah, someone's
I gotta go to
work.
work. So that wraps up our college football talk for right now, or today. We're gonna talk about it next week, of course. We always do, guys. It's football season, but it is time for the greatest segment of them all, and that is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is You're Killing Me Smalls, where we get to just rant, rave, bitch, and cry about anything that's happened in sports. It could even be unrelated to sports. We kind of just talk about anything on this segment. And so if you guys do have one, as I said at the beginning of the show, please send them to us on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. That's BLOWTWHISTLA1. Or send them in on
Thought about it.
I know. I was, you know what's going through my head? I was like, damn, I'm doing this really fast. This is cool. Or send them to us on our live stream chat here on YouTube. We look through that as well. And come join the fun and chaoticness here on Blow the Whistle.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here on Blow the Whistle. Still here with you, Tyler Beaterbaugh, David Dykstra, and Andrew Valentin, and TJ Knacker. And it is time for, and Dustin Ligaman. And it is time for the greatest segment of all of entertainment. That's right. It is time for You're Killing Me Smalls. And as I said, please send us your You're Killing Me Smalls. We love hearing from you guys. We love sharing them here on the stream. And I realize we forgot our buttons, but that's okay. We're going to smack the table, and it's going to pull off the same way. But, David, would you like to start us off?
Hell yes, I'll start.
Please, Marcel.
Cleveland Browns. It's bad enough that you chocolate starfished all over the place and decided to, give a just TJ. I said chocolate starfish.
It's not in there. I already looked.
What?
Andrew!
Who took away our chocolate starfish?
Don't yell at me.
Why'd you
Yell
say
at the system. I didn't do anything.
Who deleted it?
Oh, Someone shall pay
We're gonna-
and pay a dear price for taking away our chocolate starfish.
David already
Don't worry, we can put
allegedly
him back up.
threatened Take out bodies.
God, it's not like somebody shot our dog. We don't go John Wick on him.
Listen, that's our chocolate starfish. No one touches the chocolate starfish but us. But there's your Killing Me Smalls right there. Again. And again.
Killing me, Smalls.
Give us a minute. We're trying to fix things.
Yeah!
There he is.
There. You happy?
Yes.
God.
Yes, I'm happy.
I'm happy.
You know
So,
what?
getting back
David
to my
Dykstra for making you
original
do that.
statement.
DJ, hit it.
Killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting back to my original statement, not only do you do that, but now you're not going with the Cleveland Browns helmet as your midfield centerpiece. Oh no, you're going with Brownie the Elf, the old school image. Really?
Cleveland Elves.
Really?
It's not the dog.
I don't, like you said, I don't know whether to love it or just laugh or hate it and just laugh. But
I think
like,
my initial thought, I'm like, okay, they're going throwback, but I'm like, this is the dumbest mascot I have ever seen. Ever.
And here's the best part. You want some promotional ideas, Cleveland? If you win on Sunday, fudge cookies for everyone. Idiots. Cleveland Browns for being a joke of an organization on so many levels that no one can get them all into the complete, and it would take a 12-hour show for me to tell you what kind of idiots you are. That's how idiotic this organization is right now. For that, I give you a big old...
Killing me, Smalls.
King
Really?
King B,
Really?
our King B-Mac just commented in our stream and said, the answer is laugh, David. It's hilariously awful.
It kind of is.
No more the dog pound. It's the elf tree. Elf forest.
It's the Keebler Elf Tree.
It's the elf tree. That's what they are now. All right. Andrew, you got one, my friend?
I do. I've got a couple I could go with. One of them's a little bit on the older side, but I think I'm going to go with a more current run, and I'll save that maybe for another time potentially. So, according to a story that was put out there by Sports Illustrated, apparently a young man, who I will not name, broke up with his girlfriend. And, as you do in a breakup, of course, everybody was kind of going through their time settling with each other. Well, apparently she went on the internet and found out she was still signed into his ESPN account on her laptop. So, as one would when they have broken up with each other, and she was obviously quite mad about the situation, she decided to completely dismantle his fantasy football team by putting on players and free agents that were not even playing anymore, such as Rob Gronkowski and Larry Fitzgerald. She also made Colin Kaepernick her starting quarterback as well. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think is amazing. When it comes to scoring women, ladies and gentlemen, just remember, change all of your passwords. Because if you want to win fantasy, this can happen. I absolutely love this. I mean, as
That's
somebody,
fantastic.
I think it's great. I fully support this. If you're going to be dumb enough to give her your ESPN account and password and all that stuff, I think you deserve it. I think if she's mad enough, I think you deserve it. So,
I'll say it.
To the young man for being idiotic enough to not change his password after you've had a breakup, I say to you, sir,
Killing me, Smalls.
That is probably the greatest thing. Bravo to her.
absolutely.
I mean, Colin Kaepernick.
Screw that. Andrew, King B-Mac has killed it again.
What did he? I
Want me to
see
say it.
it.
Or you say it.
Go for it. It's
King
great.
B-Mac on our live stream comments, maybe it's an elaborate marketing ploy to get Will Ferrell to show up to a game as Buddy the Elf, but in Browns colors.
That is fantastic.
Cleveland, if you want to make yourself relevant, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, Emily Green sent me one. She just messaged in that she's watching us on YouTube. I have to look and see.
Hopefully she didn't hear the beginning of the show.
Oh, I don't know. Hold on, guys. It's a TikTok.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, she's not going to say she popped your kernels?
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I heard about
see.
this too.
Oh, my God. What morons.
Did you hear about this, Andrew?
What is it?
All right. So.
Explain it.
What idiots. All right. So this is Emily.
Hurry up, man.
This is great. She sent me a TikTok. It was from Bleach Report. Apparently, the worst marketing ever. The Washington Commanders have mugs with their logo.
Oh, yeah.
On the state of Washington. Not the District of Columbia where they're at. All the way on the northwest coast of the state of Washington.
Only the Commanders.
Only the Commander. Oh my God. That, I can't believe I have not seen that. That is fantastic. You guys are a bunch of morons.
Commanders to Seattle confirmed.
They were selling
Tacoma Commanders, yeah?
The Seattle Commanders.
Legitimately, they were selling them out of an actual Washington Commanders mobile merch bus.
Wow.
Geography is really important.
They never played that. What's that? Remember that old phone app game where like they had geography, sports?
Yes.
What the hell is the name of that game?
I don't remember, but they needed to play it more.
You mean Trivia Crack?
Yes, Trivia Crack.
Who did they hire to build these?
I mean, you screwed up on your name on the team.
Somewhere is some dude going, brah, they said Washington. Well, that's like Seattle, right? Just stick it on there, bro.
Washington, man.
I just put it right on the mug, dude.
You know what's legal in Washington, man?
Yeah. Dude, trust me, the boss is never gonna pick up on it.
Bro, this isn't the logo for the Mariners.
Never know, dude. You never know. So, all right, to the Commanders, Emily gives you a big old.
Killing me, Smalls.
Wow.
Bring it.
That is great. All right, mine, I'm going to go real quick on it because I don't really have any sentimental to it, but I mean, because it's the Cowboys. But to all the Cowboys fans that booed and threw trash at Dak Prescott after he left with an injury, I don't like Dak Prescott. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't like you as Cowboys fans. But that is your quarterback right there, okay? I don't care if he's injury prone as hell. That's just unclassy and uncalled. What?
That's legit not his fault. It
is not.
Throwing
Exactly.
motion.
He's
like he went out
doesn't
there.
want to be hurt, okay?
He goes out there and goes, you know what I'm going to do today, boys?
I'm going to break my ankle.
I'm going to dislocate my ankle so bad that it goes sideways.
I'll show you guys.
And then you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to break my thumb.
You really think he's trying to collect this disability check? No, okay? He's trying to play football on a joke of a team. He knows it, but he's getting his paid money. But for you, all of the joke of the fans for booing this man and throwing garbage at him. Shame on you. You're the pit of NFL fans, and I can't say no more. That's just an absolute disgust to fans as a football team. So, to the Cowboys fans, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're the same guys that...
Your team's trash. Maybe you should pick it up.
Just get on it. Oh, I get that. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I think that wraps up You're Killing Me Smalls, because it does, actually, because Tyler's got to go to work. And that wraps up this wonderful show of Blow the Whistle. I want to thank everyone that watched and listened to us, and you guys can watch all of our previous shows on YouTube at XBomb Sports. You can listen to all of our radio shows on every podcast platform you can think of, and you can find me on Tyler_Butterball at 45 on Instagram. You can find me at Tyler Beautiball at Facebook and Twitter. You can also find me occasionally on 670 The Score I'm usually running the Cubs games like I am today, and then maybe you'll see me on a live show. That hasn't been much in a while. Oh, you'll see me Friday with Gabe Ramirez. You could also find me producing the Southsiders podcast with Shane Reardon and Gabe Ramirez. That's about it for me. David?
You can find me at Instagram at DDykstra7795. You can also find me on Twitter at DavidDykstra4. You can find me from 6 to 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time on the Daily Tip. I'm usually on there at least once a show. It's great wagertainment with my guy, Michael Jenkins, and my girl, and my lady friend, Chelsea Messenger. It's all about wagertainment. We give you great lines. I hit a parlay this weekend. Come and listen to my parlay for this next weekend. Tyler thinks it's great. I think it's great. Andrew, do you think it's great?
I think it's wonderful.
I think we could make some money.
Get the you know what out of your mouth, Andrew.
I'm being famous.
Oh, jeez. And on Saturdays, this is really important. Come check out In the Action Chicago, BetQLU, In the Action live from the Chicago studios. Gabe Ramirez, Alyssa Bergamini, and Pete Futak, along with me every once in a while from 3 to 7 Central Standard Time, where we dive into moving lines, live reaction to every college game going on that we can possibly find. We give you all the insights that we can as the lines move, as everything is going on. Sometimes it gets a little funky and crazy. Sometimes it's kind of meh because the games are meh. But for the most part, we have a lot of fun. I think that's it.
Andrew? Where can they find you?
Well, you guys can find me eating cookies on X-Bomb Sports, because that's what I'm doing right now.
Professional.
Got a mouthful of
This
cookies.
man is a professional.
I'm a pro, folks. I'm a pro. I'm producing everything. You guys can find me always here on Blow the Whistle, radio side, TV side, Mondays and Tuesdays. X-Bomb Sports, though, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 5:30 to 6:30. Myself and Drew going live. Drew's going to be hosting this week, so come check it out and have some fun. And then get some fake football guys. Me and David will be on there in about probably 30 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes.
And
Give or take.
a big thank you to our boy TJ running the ones and twos.
Squirrely Hagrid.
TJ,
Second best beard in all of Y.M.S.
why yours is the first?
Of course.
As you can see, you could. TJ, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me in the back here for Blow the Whistle, and on X-Bomb, I'll be back here just hanging out. And yeah, if you want to catch me online, TJ Knacker on Facebook and Knack300 on Instagram.
All right. Well, guys, another fantastic episode of Blow the Whistle. We will be with you here next, same bat time, same bat day.
Same bad channel.
Same bat channel. And also next Monday on the radio side, same bat time, same bat day, and all that good stuff.
Same
so,
bat.
as myself, Tyler Buterbaugh, David Dykstra, Andrew Valentin, and TJ Knacker, we say see you later and have a great, wonderful rest of the week and a fun full week of football. Later!